Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi, and today we're going to get a little confusing with BRC 721s.
Well, not because of us.
Yeah,
we're confused.
We're trying to break this down, and there's a lot of BRC 721s out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of BRC, period.
Yes.
There's a lot of experimentation going on in Bitcoin, and there's definitely like some kind of like competition or race to determine like what is going to be the actual standard.
Yeah.
Because standard, to be clear, there's a reason why things are labeled as standards. You can't have like a bunch of them.
No.
Well, I guess you can, but
nobody's going to go to those.
Right. Usually
we're trying to collect liquidity into one standard.
Yeah, like the ERC 721 standard on Ethereum is obviously very established. Most NFT marketplaces are basically supporting that. There's the 1155 standard, which, what was it called? Engine pioneered.
Yeah. Did you know that we're more than just a YouTube channel? We also built MetaZone, the first app store for the metaverse. Buy, sell, and explore a new class of digital assets like our flagship game Rovi.ai. Support us by collecting your digital assets through MetaZone at metazone.io. Like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated. All right, back to the video.
Introduces some flexibility. Now you can have like batch mints for NFTs, things that are very usable like in games.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have like collectibles, like there's like 1,000 skulls, you can mint as 1155s, right?
That's right.
Because they're not unique. But outside of that, any other standardization attempt is very like niche, very not really needed. The market mostly focuses on the 721s, right?
Yeah, unless you come up with a standard that everyone agrees is needed.
Yeah.
And that's it gets implemented as a standard.
Yeah, and I guess like that's going to take having adoption of a standard is a big deal, right? Because it means there's actual need and demand for this to exist, and basically every developer has a purpose to utilize it, and therefore the market is forced to consume it.
Yeah.
Right. So, in Bitcoin's case, that's like right now everyone's just trying to figure out like how do we even just mint these new assets that are appended to the Bitcoin blockchain, and there's like 1,000 different interpretations of how to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, ordinal inscriptions are kind of like leading the charge as far as like this is the true standard, but we got all these new, attempts.
Yeah.
Right?
So our last video, we were talking about trustless computer and trustless NFTs.
Yes. So, and the reason why is because the council was involved in kind of like shilling this stuff, and then through that research, we found out there's multiple BRC 721s.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, we assumed it was all coming from Trustless Computer, but they're not.
Yeah.
Trustless Computer has their own. We're going to introduce you to two other variants here in a little bit.
Yeah, so here's just some of the examples. Dead Polaroid, I think.
Shout out Dead Polaroid if you're watching. He's like one of our community members from Decentraland.
Yeah, and the last time we did this video, I think there was like 107, you said?
Roughly like maybe like 102, which was what, like 2 days ago?
Was it 2 days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We missed a day. Sorry, guys. We had some important things to do. But so we got like 20 more mints roughly into the population since then.
Okay.
So there's some usage, I wouldn't call this like full-blown adoption yet.
Yeah.
But there's some users, All
right, so the next one we're going to talk about is BRC 721E.
Okay. What does the E stand for, dude?
So I guess to put it quickly, this standard, the 721E standard, takes your Ethereum asset and it bridges it to the Bitcoin blockchain. And so the reason why there's an E in there is because the catch is you have to burn your Ethereum asset.
Yeah, which is crazy to think of.
Yeah.
But we had like these long discussions before we start recording. It's like, can you imagine somebody with the Bored Ape? Like, why would you ever want to like burn that?
That's right.
Then, basically remint it, right? As a Bitcoin asset, BRC 721E.
Yeah, I mean, I challenge you as to figuring out like why would anyone want to do that?
Well, I mean, I think I have a pretty strong case, and I'll make the prediction now. Somebody will do that at some point because, I mean, we're talking about we don't really know like really the provenance and the value of like a blockchain in association to a digital asset. Like really, blockchain is just like the facilitator of like making these digital goods, verifiable ownership, all these, transmittable, transferable, whatever.
Immutable, yeah.
Yeah, immutable, all these different properties that add value to it. But Doesn't matter what chain it's on. I think it does because there's liquidity present
Sure.
in different chains.
Yeah.
Between Solana, Avalanche, Ethereum, whatever. But this one's Bitcoin.
Okay.
This one's the most liquid-rich chain of all.
Make your prediction. What would happen to someone who's degen enough to do with their Bored Ape on Ethereum?
I think for sure. So the first one who is bold enough to abandon Ethereum with their Bored Ape asset, bring it to Bitcoin, I'm pretty sure it's going to have a lot of like historical, like
provenance, or
just it's going to go down in history. It's like, dude, this is the first ape on Bitcoin, the first true ape. Of course, they have like Bitcoin apes, the imposter apes.
Yeah.
But this is the first Yuga Lab minted true ape on Bitcoin.
That was burnt. Sent to a burnt wallet.
Yeah, so now it's on Bitcoin's chain forever. However much that Bored Ape was worth on Ethereum, I'm predicting it's probably going to be worth 10 times more.
Yeah.
Some Bitcoin whale is going to offer like 100 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Or more.
100 Bitcoin?
More, maybe.
Holy shit.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's my prediction is that's going to be one of the big catalysts, I think, that's going to get a lot of attention to this ordinal stuff.
That's like $2.7 million.
Then that's a low ball offer, dude.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah. Because, dude, that's huge. If what I'm predicting comes true, like,
yeah.
the value
I can definitely see that actually happening in our timeline, right?
I agree.
Like it's a very possible thing. I just don't know. Maybe there's a huge whale out there that doesn't give a damn what happens to this Bored Ape. You can just burn it and like send it to Bitcoin and see what happens.
Yeah.
And just for marketing purposes, just pump this whole move.
Yeah. So again, if whoever's out there, whoever wants to be the next like top tier influencer on Twitter, that's the move to make.
Yeah, I see that.
If you have a Bored Ape and you are influential off the rip, if you have like a Bored Ape as your PFP.
Yeah.
But to be the first one with the orange background, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The orange background, the laser eyes, like, dude, I'm the fucking Bitcoin god.
Yeah.
You know, Big God should actually do this. He's already a big influencer.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's your key to glory. So heed my advice, my warnings, whatever, dude. It's coming. It's coming.
And but it comes with risk, right? Because there are developers who are talking about trying to get rid of this spam action that's happening with ordinals and all that.
Yeah, but right now it's just yap. Yeah. There's no way you're gonna get rid of this, dude.
Yeah.
They could try all they want, and they can implement these different proposals, which they will.
Yeah.
Or if they want to go so far as to like fork all of this, to eliminate Taproot.
Yeah.
They're just gonna wreck themselves. Ultimately.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be an interesting kind of decision for the miners. Like, do I mine this chain or do I mine that chain?
Yeah. Agreed.
And I don't know. It seems like a no-brainer for the miners. You're going to go to the chain with like the most transactions,
with the fees, where the money's at.
Yeah,
1,000%. So I don't think forking is like a real solution here either.
Well, yeah, no, because the miners will pick the best one.
Yeah, these Bitcoin maxis are just gonna have to suck it up, dude. Straight up, they're gonna have to suck it up. This is the future of Bitcoin. The community has decided.
I mean, you could argue the biggest maxi right now is the most vocal one is MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor.
Yeah, but he's not an actual dev.
No, he's not. Definitely not.
There's like a handful of like Bitcoin core devs that actually run shit.
Yeah.
Like they've. So we're gonna make another video in the future about going down the history of Counterparty because it's very interesting.
Oh yeah.
And how it all relates to what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that. But let's get back to this. So 721Es. So who is like proposing this? Who's bringing this about? Like this.
So I think it was this guy named Pollo, right?
No, that's the other one.
Oh, that's the other one.
Ordinals Market, right there, Marketplace.
Where you? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see this. Ordinals Market, the largest ordinal marketplace. Buy sell ordinals on Ordinal. Okay. So this is the one responsible for the bridge, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah. So here you're bridging Ethereum assets to Bitcoin, and they're proposing. So you're saying that this is a new standard. So we have the BRC 721s, the ordinals, and then we have BRC 721E. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think what Trustless Computer is doing, they're going to label themselves as smart BRC 721. So if you look into the new discovery, the actual BRC 721 that was, I think, incepted by this developer named Pollo, like you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. This right here.
I would consider this the actual like first BRC 721
attempt.
I think so.
Yeah.
Trustless Computer, they're kind of labeling, marketing themselves. Everything is like a smarter version of what's being implemented out here. So, smart BRC20s, smart BRC721s, whatever.
Right.
Mostly because they're leveraging, Ethereum's virtual environment, virtual machine to, add,
functionality,
function to all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then sell it on Bitcoin.
Yeah. So we were just looking at the Explorer here, which I have right there. And there's been 598 collections so far. And so we scroll all the way to the bottom and we find a bunch of spam like tokens out here, OGs. And you keep going and you ultimately end up with the very first one, which is called Genesis. So when you click on this, I'll just create a new page. It shows you the very first implementation of BRC 721. It's called Genesis.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's dark like this, but I guess that's what they decided to put. And then, of course, we have a ton. Someone minted the same exact title multiple times, I guess trying to confuse people.
I mean, we don't know the motivation. I mean, who knows why or what it's done. The point is there's a new standard here that anybody can access and leverage to make new assets, make new digital goods that, of course, are on Bitcoin.
Right.
Right now, I think there's got up to 500 or so. So all these new NFT on Bitcoin, they have a lot of catching up to do to inscriptions. I mean, we're already over 10 million inscriptions for Ordinals. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, Ordinals has a first mover advantage, even though technically Ordinals are not the first text or image files on Bitcoin.
Correct.
Again, Counterparty was the first, really.
Yeah.
Even
a
long
Satoshi,
time ago, almost 10 years ago.
Even Satoshi, he inscribed an article, a piece of the article.
Yeah. So there you go. So technically, even Ordinals, even though that right now they have all the fame and all the glory of ushering in this new era of digital assets on Bitcoin.
I think what Casey Rodimer did, it made NFTs Ordinals novel on Bitcoin because he connected a Satoshi to the actual hash value of this image.
Yeah, I totally agree. It is definitely I guess the genius of the protocol or the nomenclature system that was invented. That was enough just to really inspire people to damn, this is it's a great fucking idea.
Yeah.
It's direct. And to the deepest roots of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
individual sats.
Yeah, you're literally just leveraging what Bitcoin allows you to leverage.
Yeah.
And then they're just connecting these images. They're creating wallets where they can actually read these images. And all of a sudden, you send each other sats that represent images, and now you have a 721 function on Bitcoin.
Yeah. So, after all this, so what we do here on this channel, we find these things, we discuss them, we figure out value implications to them. But at this point, man, it's just there's so much. There's just so many different attempts, so much experimentation happening.
Yeah.
We're getting a little overwhelmed with all this confusion, and I can imagine a lot of other brands and people who are probably watching this space grow and evolve. They're 100%. Probably saying the same thing. Man, this is
if we were
too convoluted.
So we got our own project. It's on Polygon/Ethereum.
Yeah.
If we were to pick a BRC 721 to mint our next thing, which one would we do?
Yeah, it kind of takes us back to the layer 2 thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many layer 2 attempts 100%. For Ethereum. Dude, which one do we adopt?
Yeah.
There was no clear standard
100%. Yeah, we were we should do XDAI because it seems cool. Look at these apps. They work fine.
Yeah, POAPs.
Yeah.
They're POAP dispensers in Decentraland were fucking butter smooth.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, it must be XDAI. And then it turned out to not be that. It was Polygon or Matic.
Matic at the time.
The whole time it was Matic, so it's kind of what we're seeing here. There's definitely a race and a competitive
But you know what helped Matic win was their marketing.
1000%.
And their ability to go out there and knock on doors and say, "Hey, use Matic for your second layer."
Yeah, they went to the devs and were like,
"Well,
we can solve your problems."
I don't think they funded anybody either. Not at the time. Or maybe they did. Because I remember Decentraland was an early user, and so was Decentral Games. And I don't know if they received some sort of grant to use Matic.
I don't know.
Maybe they did.
It's possible, but probably not. I think it's just, out of pure need, something needed. these projects need to find this technical solution somewhere. So, and like you're saying, Matic at the time was doing the best job of really pushing themselves forward and, explaining why you should use them.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something to factor into your decision. Like, which of these ecosystems do I want to really like participate in, right? Because if you pick the right one, you're talking about tremendous value potential. Like, just like if you figured Matic was the one back then, it was market cap was like 15 million at the time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now it's like 20 billion or something.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000x.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the potential here of like picking the right ecosystem to like really participate in,
Yeah. And so I guess the winner is going to be the best marketer out there.
Well, that's one.
Are we predicting that?
I don't know. I mean, Polygon over time definitely became, I guess you would consider it technically one of the more superior chains, even though
well, I mean,
ZK came around.
Yeah, technical superiority doesn't always win out.
No, I agree.
And so it's like marketing. It's like who has the most dollars?
Well, right now, I mean, the community is behind Ordinals, 100%.
Yeah.
So all these new flavors, even though they're bringing much more technical enhancements, might not really ever matter.
That's true.
Might not. But again, it's one of those you got to keep your eyes on from here on forward. So you see like which ones are gaining traction. Definitely be a part of the community. Join these Discord groups.
All right, so help me summarize this. So how many BRC 721 standards out there? There's
We've only found 3 so far, but there's probably like 10 more out there.
Right. So for now, there's the classic ordinal. Would you consider that?
Oh, that's true. I know the inscription, yeah.
Okay, so
we're talking like NFT on Bitcoin standards now, right?
Which is, what's ultimately the difference between an ordinal and NFT on Bitcoin? It's just
nothing. I mean, just the ability to, I guess, embed like a JPEG on Bitcoin. Like that's what people are doing here.
So ordinals, file. We have Trustless Computer. We have
BRC 721.
BRC 721. We have stamps.
That's true. Yeah, stamps. Can't forget them. Which is they leverage Counterparty. Counterparty itself. I mean, but I think that's like an old dead thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's still like an open protocol that could be leveraged. Another stamps could emerge potentially.
Well, stacks too, right?
Oh yeah, but that's more like L2. But will people care? I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. And this is just the beginning. There's going to be more. We're going to get Taproot assets here pretty soon.
Taproot, yeah.
I mean, they're already like recruiting devs to figure out how to leverage this stuff. So that's going to be on Lightning. And that's going to be
ultimately what we're predicting here is there's going to be one standard that everybody uses if this takes off, if this sticks.
Yeah, the market has to pick one. I think. I mean, you can have like tertiary attempts, like kind of like liquidity is even though it's not like cemented. Liquidity that's the reason why it's called liquid, right? It's very fluid.
Yeah.
It can go in any direction. Really.
Yeah, yeah.
It can all pile into one single ecosystem today, but by tomorrow it just drifts off into the next one.
Yeah, leaks to the next one.
For whatever reason. We saw that with Solana, right?
Yeah, true.
After like the Ethereum NFT ecosystem got exhausted, it's like there's this new shiny fucking blockchain over here doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And we've seen elements of this. Didn't DeGods go from Solana to what? Polygon, yeah.
Because really they blew up on Solana. They were like, that was the big flagship NFT on Solana.
And Polygon paid for it, didn't they? Didn't they give them like a bunch of cash?
Like millions, yeah.
Okay.
So again, fluid. It's water, dude.
Yeah.
Like money is water. So
okay.
People are very flexible, but nonetheless, so you want to follow that river.
Yeah.
Right? Wherever it goes.
So right now it's the rivers.
It's inscriptions.
Ordinals, yeah.
Ordinals, yeah. But nonetheless, like these are there's a big river, the Nile River of Ordinals.
Yeah.
They have banks and creeks connected to it, and that's what we're looking at here. All the different
So what you're saying is you shouldn't go chasing waterfalls.
Okay. That's right. Jason.
Yeah.
Wait. Jason or Chasen?
Chasing. From the song?
Oh, dude, I always thought
chasing waterfalls.
Yeah. Dude, I always thought it said something different, like something Jason Waterfalls or something.
No
like that.
way.
I swear to God, dude.
Wow.
You gotta stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, man.
Yeah, you're right, dude. I'm a homebody, dude. So I got no problem.
Yeah.
But yeah. This is again to wrap this all up. This is very confusing, very
100%.
overwhelming, But that's the way it's supposed to be. That's how things start out,
Yeah.
right? Because we've seen this before.
So how do we? What's the indicator for like a winner here? A big brand coming in and like Yuga Labs, which they already picked Ordinals.
They already, but Ordinals was like the only one at the time.
It was the only one.
Yeah. So, but now that we have new,
functionalities and flavors.
Yeah, it's just you gotta watch them all, dude. I guess, and see the community. I think the community is really the driving forces.
Okay.
Just keep your eyes on how active the communities are, and of course, marketing is a big thing. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know if you guys have additional BRC 721 standards that you want us to take a look at.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's 10 more, like Iron Man was saying.
Yeah, and and links in the description will have. I mean,
all
of these things have like tutorials of how to get started if you wanted to just mint your own stuff.
Yeah, like Dead Polaroid.
Yeah, like he did. Yeah, it's not difficult, dude. It's just
just follow the steps.
Correct. So it's just it's fun, right? This is an entertainment channel.
Yeah, this is purely entertainment.
So this is very entertaining. That's all.
All right. On that note, appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner, at MetaZone.io, and at RoviAI. We will catch you in the next video.
Peace.